You keep her alive. And you set everything right.
Fantastic and cryptic Easter egg from the video game's 2012 trailer appeared in the debut trailer for HBO's Last of Us. An incredible but simple to miss Easter egg referencing the video game's source material was incorporated in the trailer for HBO's The Last of Us series. The program, which is based on the Naughty Dog video game franchise of the same name, has debuted its first full teaser on HBO. In a post-apocalyptic future where humanity was afflicted by the breakout of a cordyceps virus, the drama centers on Joel Pedro Pascal, a smuggler paid to transfer a young girl named Ellie Bella Ramsey out of a quarantine zone. HBO's The Last of Us trailer featured several callbacks to recognizable moments from its game counterpart, such as Joel escaping with his daughter Sarah on Outbreak Day, and Ellie spending the day in an abandoned mall with her best friend Riley. The trailer's premiere date was also an Easter egg in itself, being released on September 26, the same day that the cordyceps outbreak occurred in the game. However, argue the trailer's best Easter egg was its choice of music. The song featured in it was 1951's Alone and Forsaken, by Hank Williams, which was also used for the Last of Us trailer, released during Gamescom 2012. The trailer began with Ellie handing Joel, voiced by Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker respectively, a cassette of the song as they drove, after which it began playing over the game's footage. The song was also featured in the game itself as Ellie and Joel drove into Pittsburgh before they were ambushed by a group of hunters. It was further referenced via the first level in the Pittsburgh chapter titled Alone and Forsaken. The trailer for HBO's The Last of Us presented a slightly different take on the song, making it slightly more somber and repeating the line "Please hold to my hand" multiple times near the end. The lyric is directed at God as the song's protagonist laments his loneliness and abandonment after separating from his partner. Aside from being a Last of Us game Easter egg, the song aided in conveying the desolate and hopeless nature of the series. Why Hank Williams' Alone and Forsaken is perfect for The Last of Us. The Last of Us trailer's musical Easter egg is particularly poignant due to Alone and Forsaken being so perfectly suited for both the game and its live-action adaptation. The Last of Us is not an optimistic story, it's a bleak exploration of the worst of humanity, and how far people are willing to go in desperate situations. This is perhaps best depicted through Joel, who, despite being one of the game's protagonists, is not an entirely good person as it's revealed throughout the story. He did many morally reprehensible things, following the outbreak, to survive. His partial redemption in The Last of Us game came in the way of Ellie, who helped him regain some of his humanity. Yet even with that, he was never fully able to escape his violent tendencies, evidenced by him murdering countless people at the end of the game in an effort to save Ellie. As such, Alone and Forsaken is an apt representation of the game's bleak nature. The song is about a man who's left by a loved one, but it is the themes of abandonment and hopelessness that make it a perfect fit for the themes explored in The Last of Us. The trailer ends with the lyric "Oh, please understand." The lyric perfectly encapsulates the moral message of the game. The Last of Us forces players to sympathize with a man who did terrible things. It asks them to understand his actions, showing that though unforgivable, they were done with the intention to survive and not out of pleasure. With that, the last line in the trailer once again showed why Alone and Forsaken is so appropriate for the Last of Us universe. HBO's The Last of Us will put its own spin on its